What is up, guys? This is Abstract Gaming, back with another upload for you today. The upload today pertains to Heat Evolution 2. Finally, some more information on it. They released a couple of screenshots. They really didn't reveal a lot. It was just what looks like the home screen, which looked a little better, and a track. But now there's lots of new information, and in this video are a couple of screenshots. The quality of the screenshots may not be as high, but if you look around on the internet or maybe on your social media, you'll find much higher quality screenshots. But this is all I've got. Starting off, this is what I've got right here. To start off with just information about things being added. It's cut off, but this top section here is multiplayer. 2 players can race each other in offline split screen. A Monster Game is currently looking if any alternate camera angles will be available. So, I never use split screen myself. I'm more of an online racer and I like to use career mode. I've never been a big fan of split screen, but I know that there are a lot of people that wanted it back because a lot of people like to play with their family and friends. So that's great for them. Fortunately, it doesn't say anything about AI yet. Not sure if there will be. And then it says whether you play online or off, points based on your performance will be tracked on a rolling 4-race basis. The points leader at the end of every 4 races will be crowned king. I'm not really sure how this is. They'll probably release a lot more specifics about that. I think that's just more ways you can keep up with the game, or more things you can keep up with. That's my chair in the background. It's very loud. I think it might just be more things to do in the game, like ways to keep you engaged. So that could be cool. Then leaderboards, track who's best at that track, who's top 5 and wins, etc. That's great. I always liked that thing. Unfortunately, because of lag and glitches, it's going to be very unrealistic with lap times. Like, you'll have a guy who runs a 13-second lap time at Texas or gets around Bristol in a swift 5 seconds. So, I don't know. It's just always a racing game issue. Leaderboards are always great to look at. I like those. All lobbies are available at the same time and can be browsed through. That's what you'd expect out of a multiplayer game. What about that? You can choose to fill out the remaining field with AI cars. That seems to be a trend that's growing. I'm looking forward to that very much. I don't know if the AI was iffy in the first Heat Evolution. It wasn't terrible. Some tracks it was better than others, but it'll be interesting to see how much better that gets. Customized and DLC cars can be taken online. Now, when it says customized, don't think there's a gigantic paint booth. There is no paint booth like there was in NASCAR 15. Dirt 4 was dropped a few days ago. Basically, it's the Dirt 4 paint booth, the way Dirt 4 works. You get some specialized templates. You can change the colors. You can mess with the shaping of them. Better than nothing. You can still customize your car, but you can't make any replicas of an old Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt Jeff. You can't make your own paint scheme. The developer says it's still finalizing more details about the game's online structure, so there should be more details before launch. No duh. I mean, like, these are just released early, and this game still has months before its release. Personally, I'm hyped about it. I got hyped about the original Heat Evolution, and that turned out to not be so good. And the screenshots looked good for the original Heat Evolution, and the graphics turned out to be meh. But this game seems to be better. Like, it's already a billion times better because it has way more features. Gameplay. Monster is working on the game's bump drafting and side drafting systems to make them more useful. That is great. Bump drafting was useless in career mode. I'm not sure about multiplayer mode, but in career mode, I will get up to a guy's bumper, and it's totally useless. I find it much easier to just slap a setup in and be the lead car, and you gain faster time that way. Because, honestly, bump drafting in the game is useless. You get up to a car, and you start pushing them, but you don't go anywhere. It's like the AI is like, oh crap, I'm about to be wrecked, so he backs off. That's what it feels like, and you lose time. Side drafting is always cool. I really like the fact that they're going to try and do side drafting. This could be very, very glitchy, so it'll be interesting to see how they do this. Damage, at least visually, has been expanded, allowing for more ways to make your car ugly. This includes crumpled and flipped up hoods. I am a huge fan of this kind of thing. I love damaging race cars. I love the damage aspect of racing games. The damage model for Heat Evolution wasn't horrible. It was much better than any damage model that Technics ever put out. Like, I know NASCAR 11, it looks like somebody just took a blade and started shaving off parts of the car. Inside line was alright. 14 and 15 were virtually the same. But damage models I mean, I can't wait for the damage models. I love the damage models of racing games. Then it says, this is just the beginning for the title, so stay tuned for more details. Now, first screenshot. Now, here's what I say when it's a lot more blurry. But trust me when I say it looks much better than this, because it does. You can already see the lighting looks better. The biggest issue in the old game was that the lighting, the glossiness of the cars, was freaking crazy. It was way too glossy, and the light reflected them way too much. It looked cartoonish. Now the light looks a little bit more tame. You can see some off of the 3 car back here. It looks a lot more like lighting. The tracks, I think the tracks looked good in the original Heat Evolution. I'm just gonna say the one thing I liked about the original Heat Evolution was the track models were done well. And we've got this one of Texas. Now, it's of course a lot higher detail in the other screenshots. Don't take these screenshots as it is. This is so much higher detail than what else you can find on the internet. It looks phenomenal. This is cool right here. This up here says Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, which is a really cool thing. And by the way, in this post, it says a good afternoon for a race, and they posted that on the day of the truck race, which was a couple days ago. So that implied that there would be trucks in the game. Looks like, I'm not sure what the dashes look like. This might be trucks. Yeah, this is definitely a truck. And got Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course up ahead there. So that's cool that they're going to have Mid-Ohio more road courses, which means if you can take the sprint or the Cup cars on the Mid-Ohio course, that would be amazing. That would be so much fun. And then here it is, the Xfinity series. I am so glad. It has been so long since we've had Xfinity series in NASCAR, or in a NASCAR game. And what this does, it opens up so much more to the multiplayer. It's like that one NASCAR game, Fight to the Top, from like 12 or 13 years ago. I want to be able to start out in the trucks in this game, because it does have trucks, and work my way through the trucks up to Xfinity, and then get a contract from a Cup team. That would be amazing if you did that. And now we have this. This sent social media into a frenzy. The smoke effects looked a lot better. You could tell when they're like a bunch of individual clouds, but in this picture, the smoke effects looked a lot more like not just individual little clouds, pixelated clouds. It looked more like continuous smooth smoke, which was really cool. It has Eldora, which means it has trucks. And this screenshot looks really good. The crowd looks good. I mean, when you look at the crowd from here, they look a little bit more 3D. It's the way the light reflects off of them, but the crowd looks more 3D in this picture. So, will Heat Evolution be to the level of iRacing? Probably not. That's what they said they wanted to try and do. It's going to take years. But the way it looks, obviously they're going to improve physics, because physics seem to only improve with racing games, and the graphics you can see are already better. So, comparing to the disaster that was Heat Evolution, that released almost a year ago, they're already off to a really good start with these leaks, and this is what I need. Because like a little miniature rant, iRacers always tell, I love you guys, but there's this minority of iRacers that say, dude, just get iRacing. It's like, oh, okay, just buy iRacing. Like I can just pull $400, buy a wheel, buy a membership, buy all the extras out of nowhere. People spend thousands of dollars on it. So obviously, iRacing is not cheap. It is really not that cheap at all. But this is for us console gamers. I'm a PC gamer too, but I also do console games. I love console games. This is our only option for a good NASCAR game. And then there's Forza, but I don't see Forza as much of a sim. Obviously, the physics in Forza are better than Heat Evolution, but Heat Evolution 2 is my only option to go for a good racing sim, and I really hope Monster Games delivers this year. It already looks a lot better. Graphically and feature-wise, like the biggest issue with Heat Evolution is it just lacked features and lacked depth, and things are already looking so much better. I just really hope they fix the crash physics. Blowovers were awesome too. I admit, when I spin in career mode at like Talladega or something or in a normal race, and I feel the car start to lift up, I'm like, oh shoot, and I'm like, it's a kind of a funny feeling. I get a little excited. I'm like, wow, I'm blowing over in a NASCAR game. This hasn't happened in a long time. But they got really excessive. Like you'd start to blow over, but then all of a sudden you'd hit an invisible wall out of nowhere, and your car would flip around like crazy. If any of you played NR 2003, it looks like an NR 2003 flip. So I mean, they're building off really what they did in the first game, and then adding new features and improving things. It's like it has potential to be a really good game. As did the first one. When you look at the first one, they did some things right and a lot of things wrong. Is just elementary. Like this has the potential to be a really good release, and I was optimistic for the first one, and it turned out to be a flop. But this one, how could you not be optimistic? It's the first time in a decade they've had all three series in a NASCAR game. It's great, but I don't know. It's hard to be optimistic when the first game was just a massive failure, but we'll have to see. I'm definitely buying it when it comes out. I cannot wait to test out these physics. But don't take these screenshots. These are for like what the game's actually going to be, graphics wise. If trust me when I say you can go on the internet and find way better screenshots than this. Uh, this is just seeing what we've got. We've got Eldora, obviously, the trucks, the Xfinity. What else? I don't think there's so much else we can find. We can see that there's Mid-Ohio, which is really great. I mean, there's Texas, of course. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this is the repaved Texas because the track looks really wide. One thing I noticed here is they don't have the white lines in the turns. And I'm assuming the only reason this is because this is the progress they were at the moment, and they just wanted to make a post about it to like, hey, we're going to have trucks. Let's see if anyone picks up on it. So, that's really all I have. One unfortunate thing is, unfortunately, it still says Brad, which I guess is understandable. It's a console game. You got like 12-year-olds and 11 and 10 and 9 playing this game. Not like they haven't been exposed to that in today's internet world. I mean, if you play Call of Duty, you can. If you've ever played Call of Duty, I'm sure most of you have. You can hear it there. Their minds are pretty tainted. So, anyways, got off topic. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're as excited about Heat Evolution 2 as I am, because I personally cannot wait. I'll talk to you guys. I don't know. I messed that up. I'll talk to you guys later.